Temps this morning led to a major roadways being shut down. Right now, we do know that it appears all of the roadways have since reopened. Ice was to blame, and it's hopeful that it won't be a problem for us when we wake up tomorrow. Mike McDaniel joining us now live from the foot of the causeway in Metairie with a look at how crews are working to keep those roads open. Mike.
Yeah, well, hey there, ladies. With these freezing temperatures expected again overnight and into tomorrow, crews will be out on all of these major roadways, checking them, making sure they are safe for us. If there is any ice, the DOTD says any local agency does have the authority to close them. That's exactly what we saw today as crews jumped into action to try and get them back open, especially here on the causeway.
Everybody's been out here since way before dawn.
Carlton Dufer Show started getting calls about ice on the Causeway Bridge around 2 o'clock Tuesday morning.
Right after that, we started getting sleet. At first, it was rain coming down that started to freeze, but then the sleet. When the sleet came, that kind of did us in.
The causeway was immediately closed in both directions. Other major bridges and elevated roadways like the Twin Span and Luling Bridge followed. Most reopened by midday, thanks to some sun and a lot of work.
We started to treat the bridge with some of the de-icing equipment, particularly the high-rise areas of the bridge.
Large street sweepers then helped break up the ice.
Causeway Police Operator 401.
Inside the operations center, calls kept coming in as folks were lining up to get across the bridge, which finally reopened. It was a different story for the spillway on Interstate 10 and Interstate 55 between Laplace and Ponchatoula. The cold air above and below kept them closed because of the ice.
This is across the state. I mean, you know, Alexandria, Lafayette, up in Shreveport, Baton Rouge is having to deal with it.
Daniel Gitlin with DOTD says both the North and South Shores were prepared for the ice and freezing temperatures.
Everyone in the community is working together at this point, and I think that's why we're not seeing, you know, a lot of major issues out there.
In St. Tammany Parish, DOTD crews spent Tuesday spraying Interstate 10 near the state line. With more freezing temperatures expected, drivers are asked to still be cautious.
It's a situation where it's never going to be perfect. There's no guarantees that every road is going to be safe just because they're treating it.
Back at the causeway, Dufer Show says if the wet weather stays away, the bridge should be fine.
The cold temperatures we can take without any problem, but if we did get some rain again or sleet, that would be problematic once again.
The spillway in that section of Interstate 55 are now back open tonight. The traffic out here on the causeway is just fine as we go into the evening, and pretty much all the roadways around here are just fine for us to be on. I checked in with DOTD just before we came on air, and they have no major roadway closures in our area. Of course, we know things can change overnight depending on how things get. So until we warm up, drivers are being asked to try and limit driving as much as possible because there could be some patchy ice still out there, especially in those rural areas. Live at the foot of the causeway, Mike McDaniel, WWL, Louisiana.
All right, Mike, thank you so much.